Hey everybody, welcome back to this edition of Not Playing Magic with me, your host, Not. Um, we went with we drafted kind of poorly, I feel like, but we went with as you can see, green-red humans aggro deck, which we are going to have to mull here. This hand is worse but better, or worse but worse in cards, but better in that we can play the cards. So we're not going to mulligan here. Our opponent mulled to 5, so looks like it's going to be a pretty slow game. Apologies in advance for those of you watching. It probably won't be too much action, which is actually kind of bad for us because we don't want this game to draw out by any means. We'll go ahead and play out our forest. Our opponent is on red. We hope to see something other than green as his second color, only because then we do have a dead card in hand and eaten by spiders, I feel like. So we'll just have to see kind of where it goes. But with him on a 5 mull, we might not see him play a card for a short while here. So we'll go ahead and get our peddler out, and the question will be what we do on our next turn. It's going to depend on what our opponent does. I'd like to play the malcontents with the force mage out for obvious benefit. But if it's the case that our opponent plays something that we would like to sort of death touch zap off the board, we'll consider the force mage then. Okay, so we'll just let's see. I think we want to hold on to our eaten by spiders in this case, and I think we want to offer him the trade here, knowing what we have in our hand in the force mage. And plus, if we hit a land, we've got a better curve out scenario than he does currently. So, yeah, you know what? We are going to soul bond here, only because I've seen worse things happen than you miss a bond there, and like let's say he pillar of flames your force mage, right? Because he's got that. So we'll see if he wants to trade here. In which case, he leaves our eaten by spiders for maybe a bigger card, and he doesn't. What we're hoping to nail with the eaten by spiders is going to be his impending Seraph of Dawn, which he may play out this coming turn. There's a chance he's going to start whiffing on land drops and not really have many plays. We'll have to see. It's kind of hard to say at this point what to expect. We would like to hit our Borderland Ranger more than anything, or an Abundant Growth on the draw. Okay. That's an interesting move. Our opponent says Da. Not sure what that means, but it means he wasted an entire turn. Okay. Flowering Lumbernut, okay enough draw, I guess. I think we just bash in. I think we'll sacrifice the peddler here. So we'll go ahead and smack in. Now here's the choice, right? Do we potentially just zap his dude with eaten by spiders on the next turn? I think that's going to be the play. If we bring the malcontents, then we potentially don't have a chance to pair if he trades up off of our peddler or something a little bit later. So I think we're just going to hold on and possibly zap his Geist with eaten by spiders on his turn. We'd like to see if he plays out another flyer before we make that call. So we'll give him the one turn to do it. Though white flyers are generally a double-costed flyer. 2 white Emancipation Angel, 2 white Seraph, 2 white Voice, 2 white Archangel. So if he doesn't play anything that we can kill with eaten by spiders, okay, that's not a card we wanted to see. We'll just go ahead and zap this thing. That way we put him on a choice on this coming turn of take 5 more or trade off your probably best card in hand. Okay, this is very good for us. Let's think of the order here. I think we offer him a trade, which we know he probably won't take. He's down to 8. Now here's where we have a choice, right? Do we want to... I think we want to go ahead and bring out the Vigilante Justice here, not the Kessig Malcontents. That way we can do 1 damage to either his head or something else, plus if we rip a Thatcher's Revolt, puts us in a better place. And we're not really in any sort of danger on board right now. I know he's got a commander out, which is, a big game, but he's only got 3 cards in hand, and he may be waiting to get out a... Okay, he's got an Armaments. That's going to play out fairly slow for him, especially if he swings here. Yeah, that seems like a wrong move on our opponent's part. Unless he has a 2-drop to play, which he very well might. Okay. Well, that changes things. I think we're going to go ahead and Abundant Growth, a mountain here, see what we draw into. This would still give us the ability to play our Malcontents, obviously, so that's what we want to do. Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll just bash in for 5. He can't really do anything, and then drop our Malcontents. So we're really a Thatcher's Revolt draw away from the game 1 win here, or... Oh no, actually, we just win on this Malcontent. Sorry, I didn't think of the Malcontent's actual enter the battlefield effect also. So we just end up winning. We'll go ahead and do the 1 there, and do the 3 there. So that's game. Always nice when you're too stupid to realize you've won, huh? So I think that's fine. I think keeping the Eaten by Spiders main deck is fine. It essentially won us that game, as it does most times. You can main deck it. And like I said, the only time I sub that out is against a deck like ours, green-red, where the chance of having a flyer is next to nothing, beyond Archwing Dragon or something like that. So he doesn't seem too aggro-y, though we didn't see him have a good draw. Otherwise I'd bring in the Guardian. I think we're fine. We're just going to submit. And our opponent will be... I'll keep this open just so if you guys want to read the plays over there. A very good hand for us here. The order of play, we're not going to mulligan here. Our opponent did not mulligan either. The order of play might be a little bit challenging to think about with the Tomb and Ringleader and seeing what we draw into. It's going to depend on the speed our opponent plays. We do want to maximize our Tomb uptime as well as our Vigilante Justice goodness. So our opponent doesn't look like he has a 2-drop. That's good for us. Okay, this is getting even better now. Depending on how slow this goes, we're fine with keeping it slow. Our opponent probably is going to hit a Geist here. Okay, he didn't. Okay, this is still very good for us. We're going to go ahead and play out our Tomb. With no threats on the board, Tomb can come live next turn and probably be a bigger flyer than our opponent has access to on 4-drop unless he hits his Seraph with the landed play it. In which case that gets pretty ugly for us. Okay, so he's playing the Pilgrim. And that's actually very good for us because now we'll slow play into the Vigilante's Justice and then be able to ping the Pilgrim on the enter the battlefield effects. So I know we want to get in with the flyer, yada yada yada, but getting our Vigilante Justice online with 3 humans in hand and the ability to play 2 on a turn is the exact place we want to be with Vigilante Justice. And we can even slow play it out to maximize our Tomb uptime too. So, for instance, he's going to pair here and get in for 2 lifelink. That's okay. Okay, that makes it a little bit more difficult. So we have to hit a Thatcher's Revolt to nail the Pilgrim at this point. The lifelink is pretty annoying. Alright, well, we'll think about what we have to do here. Okay. I think we're only going to play one creature out at a time here. With these two 1-drops that we have, actually we could play the Flowering Lumberknot Stonewright combo and put our opponent on a little bit of a clock. So I don't think we want our opponent life linking, so this play has to be to kill the Scalding Devil on board. So let me know what you guys think of this. We're going to play out the Ringleader to get our tomb active. So yes. Okay, we're gonna ping off his Devil to break the lifelink, make him have to play out another creature next turn. We're gonna activate our tomb and let it attack. So we're at a point where if we hit 1 mana, and the reason I only played out 1 creature there, I'll explain to you after I pass the turn so I make sure I don't dirtle. If we hit 1 mana, we're playing out 1, 2, it has to be a red mana, we're playing out 3 creatures, which can ping off the Pilgrim entirely, and give us a better board presence, assuming our opponent doesn't have a Terminus in hand. Well, he also doesn't have a creature to link right now, which is good for us. We're going to start to get very aggressive. We're on a 5-turn clock, basically. Okay, that's not quite what we want to do. Alright. We do need to put pressure on board. We're going to play this out first, and I don't think we're going to have any scenario where we can do anything but damage to our opponent's head. We are going to Soul Bond here and get in for a little bit more. We will make this guy a guy to play with, and we'll say okay and do 1 to our opponent's head. We still are on the pipe dream that it's better to play 3 humans at once to kill the Pilgrim, who's of no threat to us right now. So that being said, we are going to pump our Riot Ringleader once, get in that 1 point of damage since we're not going to be using the red mana on this turn. Okay, so our opponent's got Thunderbolt. That does kind of sting. That's why he didn't play out a creature last turn. Okay. Alright, well, nothing we can do there. Almost wonder if it's better to play our guys out now. Nah, I still think we wait the 1 turn. See if we draw the red mana source. With the expectation, of course, that our opponent is going to be linking up on this next turn, since he was saving his mana back for a Thunderbolt. And it's probably going to be a fair pairing, too. If he didn't have a 3-drop to pair with it, he's probably got like a 5-drop to pair with it. Oh, okay, so he's stuck on probably Seraphs in hand or Defy Death or something, so that's actually okay with us. We are getting to the point, though, where if he plays out a creature, that's just a bizarre play. Okay, very bizarre on our opponent's part. Okay, so this is what we were talking about now. This is the exact position we want to be in, so we're going to play out our Vigilante. Go ahead and ping this guy. Okay. Then go ahead and play out our Stonewright. Ping this guy. We are not going to Soul Bond, we'll save him for the Lumberknot. Okay. We played our Malcontents for another 5 damage to our opponent's head and 1 to his Pilgrim. So, we'll do it here. We'll do that there. And we're not going to Soul Bond again. Okay. So, we're going to wait and do an Alpha Strike next turn. We're not going to give him the chance to get our Ringleader before we put it online with a Mega Swing. So yeah, we're going to wait on this. I know that might not be the play in an aggro spot, but really we'd only be getting through 2 damage on a Stonewright and not having our Ringleader up for our next swing. which is not a spot we want to be in. Plus, if we had a Thatcher's Revolt, we win, and we have 3 of them in deck. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Round 1, everybody. Looks like another game's already ended. Maybe I get to do a little bit of scouting before round 2. So yeah, please subscribe, leave comments. I did migrate over from the not playing Magic channel. I had some issues with YouTube on the account for some reason, so I just made this new channel. I'm not playing Magic. But anyways, please subscribe, leave comments, let me know about the misplays, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.